से बोलो श्री ओंकारेश्वर भगवान की जय. Swagatam and welcome, beloved devotees. I am Pundit Raymond Dinanath Ramcharan Maharaj, and also assisting this afternoon is Pandit Devram Supasad, as we join in our journey on this Dharma Satyam on Divya Prakash Ka Sangeet online radio. A pleasant afternoon to each and every one as we remember our ancestors who made that great journey across the Kalapani into the Caribbean 174 years ago. As we will start, devotees, with a Krishna bhajan to honor them making this decision to come to this part of the world. Principal City Om Karishwara Bhagwan Ki Jai. Devotees, today I will continue from where we left out from last week, where we initially talked about the Brahmin, the Kshatri, the Vaisya, and the Sudra. And I will try to explain this in meaning to say we have one body. So, in understanding the four bodies we have, including the physical body, will align itself to one of these. So, what we will do is that the Brahmin and the duty that the Brahmin performs, the Kshatriya and what they do, and the Vaisya and the Sudra. So, in the body now, we have four bodies: the physical, the mental, the emotional, and the memory. So it means to say, the Sudra aligns itself with the physical body, the Vaisya aligns itself with the emotional body, the Kshatriya aligns itself with the mental body, and the Brahman aligns itself with the brain. And what we have to understand, that these four bodies have to work together, and from working together, they are able to bring what is called a unison within our own body. So, let us say physically, the instructions come from the brain initially, and then your mind will throw out a picture, and then the emotion will take place also, and these four things work together to make a betterment for us making decisions in this world. I would like to say boldly that we are all born equal, and from understanding that we are all born equal, what separates us really is what we use this physical body for, meaning to say what action we perform in this world is what makes the difference between one person to another. So one person might decide, devotees, that they would like to become a teacher in this world, and one person will like to become a student, and one person will like to become a person who will like to do robberies and so on. So it means to say, when you are able to control and work in unison, and I have a beautiful example for you, and that is the ant's nest. When we analyze the ant's nest, devotees, we will understand how we as human beings will be able to work together. So firstly, in the ant's nest, devotees, there is something called the queen ant. And I will describe the queen ant as God. And when the queen ant is able to deliver an egg, this egg now is placed in the nursery by, let us say, the nursery ants that is putting the eggs in the nursery. Then there's something called the army ants, which when maybe the nest may get an attack or whatever, that they will defend and start to bite the individuals. And then we have the ones who go out and search for the food now and bring it back into the nest. And they cooperate beautifully together. And this is what society in this world have to recognize. We have to look at the things in nature, and from learning from nature, we are able then to do justice to this beautiful place called Dharma. It is important for us to recognize also, devotees, that this ant's nest now have what is called the builders now. They construct the ant's nest and make all the different tracks and so on within the earth, and so they are called the building ants. So in society now, we need that sort of cooperation among ourselves. And I would like to also explain this Chatri, Vaisudra, and Brahmin using the Titanic movie as an example. In the Titanic movie, devotees, when we understand clearly that there was an upper class people and there was a lower class people, and there were maybe other, even lower class persons on board of the vessel. And when the iceberg did hit the ship, right, the Titanic ship, those who could have afforded to buy a spot on the lifeboat, they could afford to do that and maybe save their lives. But there were many simple people who lost their life that day, who may not even had a life jacket and so on. And what I'm trying to say, society on the whole throughout the world have to recognize then that this greatness of working together as a people, right? And I always say we must check. Don't check what another man have, but check what you have and be satisfied with what you have and work hard in a certain way to make your success in life. So when you start to check what other people have, there will be something called jealousy raising in your mind, and you may want to, let us say, try to miserize and analyze in a way that these people, that you need something from them, and maybe you will decide to steal it instead of maybe making a request for it. So as human beings on this beautiful Bhumi Mata area, we are surface dwellers. And from this surface dwellers devotees, we are able to understand that there are certain beings that live within the earth also, and then at what we call the core of the earth, which is blazing molten lava. And what we call a volcano, devotees, is what we have in our own body as a vein, right? And when you go by the doctor will tell you that you have low blood pressure or high blood pressure. And it means to say that now in the volcano now, when it do erupt to the surface and send out its ashes and so on, it is a pressure releasing system and allowing the earth to breathe. It's a living entity. And this is why we have to be mindful that there's always something called partial destruction that is going on in this earthly plane of ours. As we hear another bhajan. You will talk after.
Shiva Listening to the only 24 hours a day Hindu devotional radio station, Devi Prakash Kasangi on deviprakash.com and musicofdivinelight.com.
Prem se bolo Siddhi Omkareshwara Bhagwan ki jai. Welcome back, devotees. And at this time, I hand over to Pundit Sri Prasad Devaram.
एक बार प्रेम से बोले श्री गणेश भगवान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय. Dear devotees of God, Jai Sitaram. As we all tune in our thoughts once more. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. He Ram, He Ram, He Ram, He Ram, हमें दया करो. ओम वक्रकुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. ओम श्री बुद्धि पढ़े देवी मुक्ति मुक्ति पढ़ाइनी मंत्रामृति सदा देवी महालक्ष्मी नमस्ते. ओम नागेन्द्रहाय त्रिलोचनाय भस्मंगलाय नमः शिवाय नित्याय शुद्धाय गरंबराय तस्मै मुकारा नमः शिवाय तस्मै मुकारा नमः शिवाय. हर हर पति महादेव की जय. Dear devotees of God, as we all join together in a small chant, a Ganesh bhajan. Hari Om Gananata Gajavarana Gananata Dinabandho Gananata Gajavarana Gananata Dinabandho Siddhi Data Shivananda Siddhi Data Shivananda Siddhi Pradhayana Gajanana Siddhi Data Shivananda O Siddhi Data Shivananda Siddhi Pradhayana Gajanana Gananata Gajavarana Gananata Dinavando Parvati Nandana Bhava Bhaya Banjana Parvati Nandana Bhava Bhaya Banjana Yoga Yoga Banjana Jai Sri Ganesha Parvati Nandana Bhava Bhaya Banjana Parvati Nandana Bhava Bhaya Banjana Yoga Yoga Banjana Jai Sri Ganesha Gananata Gaja Varana Gananata Dinabandho Gananata varana kannanata dinabando Moria re Baba Moria re 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 O Moria re Baba Moria re Ganapati Baba Moria Mangalamurti Moria Ganapati Baba Moria Mangalamurti Moria 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 re Baba Moria 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 re Baba Moria 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 re Baba Moria 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 re Principal Sri Ganesh Bhagwan ki jai. Dear devotees of that Lord, here that this is a Indian arrival month. That Thursday we'll be celebrating Indian arrival, and you know the blessings from our forefathers who toiled this earthly plane and worked so very hard, and bring across with them the knowledge. You know, long time ago they always used to talk Sanskrit, Hindi, and they share that knowledge with us. And you know, devotees of that Lord, here that they bring the musical items with them, devotees, such as the organ, and such as the dolak, the dantal, the majira, and all these instruments, devotees. And you know, it is a month and a time to remember our forefathers who have gone to that great beyond, devotees of that Lord. Matrideva Baba, Pitrideva Baba, our mother and father, our departed ancestors who gone to that great beyond. We ask Bhagavan Shri Krishna to shower the blessings upon them, because you know, devotees of that Lord, our parents is so great to us. You know, their blessings is so great to us, devotees. That's why we do their puja. We put the flowers in their head. We do the arati. We bow to the feet and receive their blessings, devotees of that Lord. And you know, when we receive that blessings go with us from here until hereafter. That's why we always show that respect to our parents and hug and love each other, devotees. Because today, in this earthly plane, devotees, we need that blessings from our parents. We need that blessings from God, devotees. एक बार प्रेम से बोले श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय, जगदम्बे माता की जय. Hand over to Pundit Raymond Dinanath Maharaj.
Prem Salo Sri Omkar Yeshwara Bhagwan ki jai. So devotees, I would like to continue chanting one of the verses from the Atharva Ved. And Edasya Maharishasya Yahanam Mahamritasya Bhayasya Yantradevasya Ho Hasi Pritaye Vishwamam Rikartaye Bhriyasya Gwam Saranayasya To Yashabri Ratya Yasya Yahasyam Saramami Shamadevam Imam Ritayasya me Sanusya Deva Isyare Yasya Yasyam Swari Yasya Gwang Sada Gwang Sa. So here, may we on this earth, where resides happily all the learned person, be able to reserve them as sages and saints on this earthly plane. The great teachers, devotees of Dharma, the great teachers of understanding how we are able to believe in that Supreme Lord of this universe. May we act on this teaching of the Rig Ved, the Sama Ved, the Yajud Ved, and Atharva Ved, and all our miseries. May we rejoice and grow as we gather together the richness of our own fruit and labor. These pure water, and those kings who are able not to harm us in any way, and the worshipper of this earthly universal master. So this, devotees, is giving us the idea that when we are able to respect what is called knowledge in this earth, on this plane, we are then able to live in peace and have success while we are living. And for sure, we must always remember that the water is like a mother. Purify our bodies. May the water purify the ghee, purify us through rain. Pure water removes all our physical imperfections. May I advance in life, being bringing and pure thoughts of water. Through may I possess a body of healthiness, comfort, excellence, beauty, and a strong body also. So, these 5 elements, devotees, which is called Agni, Vayu, Jal, Prithvi, and Akash, fire, air, water, earth, and space. It is important for us to know how life was initially brought to the earth. If the conditions was not right on the earth, we would not have any of these 8,400,000 species of life living on this earthly plane. So, in the end, the conditions of fire, meaning to say the element of fire, which brings a purification, and it also brings what is called an awareness how we are able to use fire to cook our food. Vayu, devotees, which is air, which is the pran shakti within us, that condition have to be hit. Of this oxygen that we breathe must be present on the earth. And Jal, water, the true essence of life. It is called liquid Brahman. And Prithvi matter, which is the earth. It means to say that the science of using the things of the earth is to know that if you place a seed in the ground and you cover it and you do not add the water, you will not see any germination taking place. And space, Akashvani, means to say that this space, this universe is continuing, expanding and expanding. So our Agni, Vayu, Jal, Prithvi and Akash, and when these same elements that we use come in a different way, even to say that same fire can burn down our own home. The same Hanuman that we might be praying to will come like a hurricane and we run in for cover. And then when there is flood, we will say that we have too much water on the earth, or the surface of the earth have been waterlogged. And the earth itself, it means to say that when we understand that there are beings on the surface and in the ocean and in the bowels of the earth, that we understand the greatness of Prithvi Ma. Prithvi Ma, or the earth element, devotees. I want to give you an example about what we like plenty in this world, the item called paisa, or money. And in Gita, devotees, the Lord explained the day that we are able to recognize that that same piece of mother earth that we hold in our hand, in one hand, and in our other hand we are holding a piece of gold, we must see the two items having the same value. It is man who put the prices for things on this earth, and this is what have the earth in such a way today. As we pause for another bhajan.
You are listening to Divya Prakash Ka Sangeet, music of divine life on divyaprakash.sangeet.com and musicofdivinelight.com. Hindu devotional and inspirational online radio station, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Prem se bolo Sri Omkareshwara Bhagwan ki jai. Welcome back, devotees. As I would like to chant one more mantra from a different text, the Yajud Ved. Om Swaha Yajna Manasya Swahore Yasyate Yasyatam Swaha Mitya Harivasyam Rihasyam Sarvaye Swaha Tistamtahame Swaha. O men, just as I actively and wisely commence performing this offering into the sacred fire through Vedic mantras, with cultured tongue, with wisdom teaching voice, with a tongue full of sweetness and truthfulness, in an orderly and well-directed way, with the help of the Guru. We thank Thee, O Lord, for these 5 elements: earth, space, air, water, and fire. We thank Thee, O Lord, for this. For without these, what is called the 5 elements, devotees, only then the conditions could have been right for this earthly plane to sustain all of the life that we may see in. All of the different types of life, including the fungus, the insects, and those of the Supreme Lord in the space. Every atom, there is a life in this universe. So when we are able, devotees, to understand the beauty of our scriptures, and if the Vedas are our original scriptures, devotees, we must try our best at least to get a copy of one of the Vedas at least and go through it, and we will understand how this development happened with the beautiful chants of the Vedas, the Rig Veda, the Sama Veda, the Yajur Veda, and the Atharva Veda. And by understanding our original scriptures, devotees, then we will appreciate what is called the Puranas, the Upanishads, and the Gita, and the Ramcharitmanas, the Valmiki Ramayana, etc. And we'll be able then to understand that it is different eras and different timing that part of the knowledge might go to sleep. And when I mean go to sleep, I mean to say it have been lost to the devotees of different times and ages. But the Lord gives us an assurance that the truth will always be able to shed a beautiful light upon this universe. And once we are able to believe that we have life forever, and one of the greatest thing I can advise you today, devotees, it will sound strange, but we are not the body. And I will give you a beautiful example how to appreciate that we are not the body. Meaning to say that when we go to sleep at night and we enter into the dream state, our bodies might be at the place of your address at home. So let us say that you live in Barapur and you are sleeping in Barapur. The body is in Barapur, but some part of you is traveling, and you're reached by one of your family members, or somebody who is living away in Canada or whatever, and you're giving them a visit. And then when you get up in the morning, you say now that it's only a dream. But some part of you left the body and travel. a journey, and return to the body. And this is what that part of us is called the soul or the Atma. And this is why, in understanding the physical body, the mental body, the emotional body, and the memory body, beyond these four bodies, devotees, is where the soul is. And because we allow the other bodies to lead, so let me explain it a little better to you. The physical body is what, let us say, is the body structure itself. It does not have to be a human being, but it could be any species of life having a body. And the mind now, which is the mental body, will produce a picture. And how the mind do create this picture is how you are thinking, right? And then your emotion. Now remember, in the emotional body, there is love and hate and anger in that same body of emotion. So if we act on emotion, devotees, it is like one thought wave is one wave in the ocean, and the wave could subside and whatever. But when it comes to the emotional body especially, we have to recognize then that the emotional body will then give us the assurance, like a tsunami wave. Now we come in with one thinking and we get angry and we share harsh words with people, etc. And that's just putting it gently. And then in the memory body, that you remember somebody do you something 20 years ago, and up to today you still have that grudge. So if we live within that particular system, we ain't going anywhere. And the reason I'm saying we are not going anywhere, we're not progressing as being identifying with God and believing in God, then and only then we will get that beautiful assurance. As we hear a beautiful version again, devotees. How long is it?
लियो तब तीनहु लोक भयो अंधियारो ताहि सो त्रास भयो जग को यह संकट काहू सो जात नटारो देवन आनी करी बिनती तब छाड़ी दियो रवि कष्ट निवारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो भारी की त्रास कपीस बसे गिरी जात महाप्रभु पंथ निहारो चौकी महामुनि साप दियो तब चाहिए कौन विचार विचारो निज रूप लिवाय महाप्रभु सो तुम दास के शोक निवारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कभी संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो अंगद के संग लेने गए सिया खोज कपीस यह बैन उचारो जीवत ना बची हो हम सोजू बिना सुधि लाए इहाँ पगुधारो तेरी तके तट सिंधु सब तब लाए सिया सुधि प्राण उबारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो को सब राक्षसी सो कही सुख निवारो ताहि समय हनुमान महाप्रभु जाय महारजनी चर मारो चाहत सिया अशोक सो आगी सुने प्रभु मुद्रिका शोक निवारो वो नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो बाण लाग्यो लक्ष्मण के तब प्राण तजे सुत रावण मारो लय गृह वैद्य सुषेण समेत तब गिरि द्रोण सुबीर उपारो आदि सजीवन हाथ दय तब लक्ष्मण के तुम प्राण उबारो कौन नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो रावण युद्ध अजान कियो तब नाग की फांस सब सिर डारो श्री रघुनाथ समेत सब दल मोह भयो यह संकट भारो आने खगेश तब हनुमान जो बंधन काट सुत्रास निवारो नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो बंधु समेत जब अहि रावण लय रघुनाथ पताल सिधारो देवी ही पूजी भली विधि सो बलि देहु सब मिली मंत्र विचारो जाय सहाय भयो तब अहि रावण
प्रेम से बोलो श्री ओंकारेश्वर भगवान की जय. So devotees, the body, the mind and the soul, and that other item which is called the vibration of God within our body, the God element within us, or what we call the sample. You know, like when you're analyzing your own blood to do the sugar test, you take a sample of the blood. In the same way, we are a sample of God. We have that vibration within us to be great conductors of that Supreme Lord energy to energize this whole universe with peace, with love, with harmony, with that ability of togetherness. One thing we have to remember, devotees, that when change have to come for us, it must be while we are alive and living in this particular body that we may possess. So it means to say, I want you to change your lives before you leave this earthly plane. Whatever problems, whatever dissatisfaction you may have with others, I want you to make sure that all those little things come to an end and leave this earthly place just as how you met it. Meaning to say with peace, love, and that experience of that eternal Lord. So now, devotees, we will join together in a small chant. Om Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Jaina Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Jainath Narayana Vasudeva He Nath Narayana Vasudeva He Nath Narayana Vasudeva He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Jainath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Jainath Narayana Vasudeva He Nath Narayana Vasudeva He Nath Narayana Vasudeva He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Jainath Narayana Vasudeva He Nath Narayana Vasudeva He Nath Narayana Vasudeva He Nath Narayana Vasudeva He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Gita Prem se bol se Om Kari Shota Bhagwan Ki Jai. So, beloved devotees, what I like you to do, especially on Indian Arrival Day, is to do arti to the pictures of your ancestors and remember the great contribution they have done us all. I am a fourth generation of descendant in Trinidad and Tobago, and it is important for us to also remember those in India. So what I'm trying to explain to you is that if you may not know your great grandparents who resided in India, you can just say Pitamaha. So if you say Pitamaha, 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 it means to say you're saying great grandfather, and then you say Pitamaha, Pitamaha, meaning to say great grandfather, and then when you say Pitamaha once, you mean to say great grandfather, so that you connect to those who belong to your lineage, and on this side in the Caribbean, to, let us say, to seal that connection between Bharat Desh, which is India, and us in Trinidad and Tobago. And those of us who have done what is called a return journey, meaning to say those individuals of Trinidad and Tobago, especially, who took a journey now to visit that great place which is called India, that it is important for us to recognize the greatness of the contribution that all human beings try to make this place a better place, but there are few individuals that from time to time they create, misunderstanding of what is the true role of life for them. It means to say, even some of the people in prison, because they have nothing to do, they will search for God while they're in prison. And when they come out, they will say, you know what? I find the Lord in prison. And remember, Lord Krishna was born in a prison. So it means to say that when we release ourselves from imprisoning ourselves with desires that is uncontrollable, then, but if we are able to have desires that God will accept and bless us with, these are the things we have to be aware of and be mindful about. Prem se bol Siddhi Om Kari Shri Bhagwan Ki Jai. At this time, devotees, we will do our closing mantras. Hari Om Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Bandhu Cha Saka Tvameva Vidya Dravinan Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om. एक बाल बोलो श्री ओंकारेश्वर भगवान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय, सीता देवी माता की जय, प्रभु रामचंद्र की जय, ओंकारेश्वर भगवान की जय, श्री हर 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 महादेव की जय, दुर्गा माता की जय, सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय, सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय, सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। जय जय सीताराम की जय।
Siaram Jai Jai Hanuman. Jai Siaram Jai Jai Hanuman. Jai Siaram Jai Jai Hanuman. Jai Siaram Jai Jai. Siaram Jai Jai Hanuman. Jai Siaram Jai Jai Hanuman. Jai Siaram